40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Fields this way up at the 17.
Yep. What's up with you? Finishing this Madden game.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That one complete downfield to Thomas. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 33. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. Now, this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Looking to throw. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focusing. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They're going to look to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They're going to try and throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
He completes it to Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. For those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
They'll look to throw again. And this will be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they approach up to the task. and force the incompletion.
Back to throw again. Looking downfield for Jones. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Off to Thomas on the left side. Room here to run. Touchdown, Detroit. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Fields this way up at the 17. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with Henry. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll work down inside the 45. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Henry running right. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions 39. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. The Niners at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. He'll drop to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves. every position because anyone can go after the quarterback and their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They go play action here on first down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. They'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, Henry. And he's got room.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give to Henry. And he's taken down inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. to throw here.
Running the slant, Gray with it. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Running left, it's Henry. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down, and the Lions will take over. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that.
This is intercepted.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 33. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far.
As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board. They begin to have hope.
Henry again on 2nd down.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Derrick Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
A handoff running left, Henry.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Henry on the handoff. Brady Jarrett on the stop. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Henry. And some room to roam now. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. This is Henry. And he'll take this down to the 33.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Danny Gray. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And Johnson's extra point up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side. And all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They'll set up a throw. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Levante David in on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw here.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Now back to throw. Thomas has got it. Complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A first down carry for Henry.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
153 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Right side, and he finds Gray.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Now it's Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 3rd down, it's Henry. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones.
Quick.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Yeah.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Yeah.
They'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Jamison Williams,
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. Henry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd down, it's Henry, and he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The type of game that he's having running the football, there was no doubt who they were giving the ball to.
So why didn't they just go ahead and go after him on defense, right?
Yeah,
if you
key in
know,
on him.
right, you know he's having that type of a game. Who else would you expect to get the football? I would have taken my chances and sold out defensively to stop him. And if anyone else picks it up, I tip my cap to him.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They run once more with Sermon.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an in. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Henry up the middle.
Boy, 175 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. 2nd down, they go again with Henry.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
At the Lions' 21-yard line.
On second down, here's Henry. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Taken down at the 19-yard line.
On third down, Henry. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll look to throw here on first down.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Looking long for Thomas. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the 49ers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. For the winning side, Charles, all that was missing was a shutout. Just giving up the 7 points, that's it. But really, an incredible game from this defense. A very well-earned victory as a result.
Definitely one of the best single games for defense that you and I have seen in a long time, Brandon, because all we saw was that defense making big play after big play. They got after the quarterback. They had takeaways. You name it, they outclassed